The flickering flames of the hearth cast long, dancing shadows on the rugged walls of the king's chamber. Rain lashed against the stone windows, a constant reminder of the storm brewing both outside and within King Theron. His face, weathered and scarred, was a testament to years spent battling the elements and the beasts of the wild. But tonight, the shadows seemed to hold a deeper fear, reflecting a darkness that gnawed at his soul. Theron gripped a silver goblet, the cool metal doing little to soothe his calloused hand. He was a man of action, a hunter king known for his bravery and his unwavering resolve. Yet, tonight, doubt gnawed at the edges of his composure. The weight of his kingdom, of his people, pressed down on him with the force of 1,000 storms. A low growl rumbled from the corner of the room. Theron's loyal wolfhound Fang stirred from his slumber, sensing his master's unease. Fang was more than a pet. He was Theron's constant companion, a shadow that had stood by his side through countless hunts and harrowing battles. "Easy, boy," Theron murmured, his voice rough with fatigue. "The shadows hold no threat tonight." Or so he tried to convince himself. A chill wind howled outside, whistling through the cracks in the window shutters like a mournful cry. It seemed to whisper of the danger that lurked beyond the castle walls, a darkness that threatened to consume everything he held dear. A shadow fell over the threshold, breaking Theron from his thoughts. Kaelin, the royal advisor, stood in the doorway. His normally vibrant robe seemed dull in the dimly lit room, his face etched with worry. Kaelin was a man of wisdom and knowledge, the keeper of ancient lore and whispered prophecies. "Your Majesty," Kaelin bowed his head respectfully, his voice a low murmur. "The council grows restless, they seek your guidance." Theron sighed, draining the last of his wine. The council could wait, their fears were nothing new. They had grown accustomed to peace and prosperity under his rule, forgetting the darkness that lay just beyond their borders. "Tell them I will address them at dawn," Theron replied, his voice weary. "My king," Kaelin hesitated, his gaze flickering to the flickering candlelight. "The whispers have grown louder. The people fear the prophecy." Theron slammed his goblet down, the sudden noise echoing through the chamber. The prophecy. He had tried to ignore it, to dismiss it as mere superstition, but deep down, a cold dread coiled in his gut. It spoke of a creature of darkness, a beast of immense power that would rise from the ashes of forgotten realms to shroud the world in eternal night. The prophecy was more than just whispers in the wind. It was etched into the very fabric of their world, a chilling tale passed down through generations. The elders spoke of a city swallowed by darkness, a once great kingdom now ruled by an unspeakable evil. "The path will be fraught with danger," Kaelin's voice was barely a whisper, his eyes filled with a mixture of fear and resolve. "Few who have ventured into the cursed city have returned, and those who did were never the same." Theron's jaw tightened. He had spent his life facing down fear, staring into the abyss. He would not be deterred, not while the fate of his people hung in the balance. The prophecy was clear, the beast could only be vanquished by the light of a king's sacrifice. Section 4. The Hunter's Dilemma. Leaving the comfort of his castle, venturing into the unknown, went against every instinct Theron possessed. He was a protector, a guardian of his people. But what good was a shield against a threat that dwelled in shadows, a darkness that threatened to consume the very world? The weight of the impending journey pressed down on him. He was leaving behind everything he had ever known, everything he had sworn to protect. The faces of his people, filled with a mixture of hope and fear, swam before his eyes. Their fate rested on his shoulders, a burden heavier than any crown. Fang nudged his hand, sensing the turmoil within him. Theron knelt down, burying his hand in the thick fur of his companion. In the wolf's unwavering loyalty he found a sliver of solace. "We face this together, old friend," he murmured into Fang's fur. The journey ahead would test him, push him to his limits. But he would not falter. He was the Hunter King, and he would hunt down this darkness, even if it consumed him entirely. Section 5. Betrayal in the Shadows. The journey to the cursed city was fraught with danger. Whispers of the beast's growing power had spread like wildfire, attracting all manner of creatures from the darkest corners of the realm. Theron and Fang fought their way through treacherous forests, scaled sheer cliffs, and navigated treacherous swamps. Along the way they encountered others who had been touched by the beast's darkness. Some had been driven mad, their minds twisted and broken by the creature's insidious influence. Others had been corrupted, their hearts filled with a cold, calculating cruelty. One encounter, however, cut deeper than the rest. A trusted scout, sent ahead to gather intelligence, was found dead at the edge of a desolate moor. He had been betrayed, murdered by someone he had considered an ally.